Hello and welcome in, or welcome back. I'm Shannon Rose Scott. This is Sound Wisdom Tarot, and this is your Mother's Day reading for those whose mothers have passed on to the other side. I'm here to try to provide you with a little ease, a little comfort on this difficult day. So here we tune in to the energy of your mother. And if you've been drawn to this reading, there's likely a message in here for you. But again, don't try to make anything fit. So if this doesn't resonate for you, please leave it behind. Only take what actually resonates for you and your situation. I'll be using the Light Seers Tarot. We'll clarify with the mini version of the same deck. And we'll pull some oracle cards at the end. So here we go. Let's get in. But first, let's call in the spirits of the mothers who have messages to share today. Spirit guides. High Divine. Intergalactical beings and angel guides. Please help me connect to the spirit guides of the mothers who have passed on, yet are still very, very present here to deliver messages for their loved ones. Okay. So 3-card spread, please. What is your advice? Okay, so the mothers are speaking. What do we have here? A little bit more than 3, but that's okay. That's what they want to say. Okay. All right, so in our first position, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Wow, okay, and then we have the King of Pentacles, followed by 2 of Swords. Let's go ahead right away and clarify these messages, and then we'll translate the reading. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit of the Mother, for coming through. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here, please, Spirit? Thank you. Ace of Wands. And tell us about the Knight of Pentacles, please. The Knight of Pentacles. Thank you. Wow. High Priestess. I feel like your mom was very chatty because the messages are coming through like very fast. It's like she's been eager to speak with you, eager to have this opportunity to talk to you, and to have her messages translated. She is ready to speak. Why is the King of Pentacles here, please? Thank you. The Hierophant. And that's too many. And the 2 of Swords, please. Why is the 2 of Swords here, please? Why is the 2 of Swords here, please? Okay, all right, they came. So here we go. Wow, we've got 9 of Swords and 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. So here we go. This Queen of Pentacles. Now this could actually represent your mom, or this can represent you. And that will become clearer as we go through the reading. It also depends on who's watching. So for some of you, you're the Queen of Pentacles, and for some of you, this is your mom. But the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is very... First, let's say this is your mom. So she was very wealthy. She was very comfortable. Even if not like wealthy financially, she was comfortable. She had her needs met. She had a lot of abundance in her life, an abundance of friends, abundance of family, abundance of love, and yeah, comfortable with the things in her life. And see how she's just sitting back. She like attracted abundance. She was the kind of person that just, like people loved being around her. People loved giving her gifts. People loved being in her energy because she was also very giving, right? The Queen of Pentacles is super giving. They like to nurture through making food, through making like doing things, doing extra chores for you. She was maybe constantly doing things for you, like doing your chores for you is coming through. Like I'm seeing the image of somebody folding laundry. She maybe liked to do your laundry a lot for you. Yeah. She really loved nature. She loved nature. She loved planting plants, growing things. She was very fashionable. And she may have had her own type of fashion, but she was super like elegant. She might have even been like an elegant hippie, but like she had some elegance to her. Now, this is interesting that the Knight of Pentacles came out with the Queen. I feel like this is you. I feel like you're right now in a place, and this is why I heard, this is what the message is about. You are right now in a place of like indecision about your career, and your mom is actually coming in to give you some advice regarding this. Okay? This is what she wants to talk to you about. Because the Knight of Pentacles is someone who's making a change, right? This guy, he's gotten off the horse and he's going in a different direction. He's like, I'm not riding this way anymore. Now, gender doesn't matter. So whether you're masculine, feminine, or however you identify, sorry, male, female, or however you identify, it's like you are now in a place where you're in a place of big change. You're trying to make, and if you're like, I don't have a career, well, it's like you're making a change in your life. You might be moving, you might be trying to do something different, trying to do a different hobby. You're definitely in kind of like a standstill. Well, not a standstill. Normally in this in the tarot deck, the Knight of Pentacles represents being at a standstill, but in this version of the deck, and I chose this deck for a reason, in this version, the person's already starting to walk on the new path. And they're letting go of like some finances from the old path. So you might be a bit worried about that. Especially when it looks like your mom was really like comfortable financially. You might feel like, you're doing something different. Maybe you're even worried that she would disapprove of your choices because it's gonna lead to like you're letting go of the finances that came from what you were doing before. You're letting go of the comfort. It might not be finances, but the comfort from what you were doing before. But you're doing it because you've had this brand new idea. And actually this Ace of Wands is clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. So I think this idea you have has actually come from your mom, like from her spirit. And you might not have recognized that. You might have thought like, oh, I had this idea. But actually, no, I think your mom's been working behind the scenes. Your mom's been working behind the scenes on your behalf. And she's like put things into place so that you would have this idea. And that could have come through like songs, messages, being at the right place at the right time. But you've recently had a new like passionate idea of what you want to do. That's why you're going in a new direction. and this came out under your mom's card, so she's had something to play here. She's been a part of this. She's been orchestrating things on your behalf for your highest good, behind the scenes. And maybe some of you are like, oh man, she did that for me in life too. She was always like setting things up. Well, this is like yeah, I'm almost seeing like the image of like a puppet master. So maybe in life you felt like she was a little like too controlling at times. But remember, when our loved ones have passed on, they don't, it's a whole different ball game. So no longer would anything be in any kind of manipulative way. It's because they're spirits now. They're of the highest sort, right? And so now like they're working in tandem with spirit, and they're doing things for your highest good. So but yeah, I think some of you are like, man, she was always like getting into my business and making things happen. That's neat. I feel like your mom was also kind of funny, because she's like making all these funny jokes to me. She's laughing at the fact. I think maybe even some of you used that I think you might have even called her like a puppet master at one point. Again, this not every message in this reading is for every person watching, okay? So again, just take the ones that resonate for you. But yes, so representing you in this Knight of Pentacles, or clarifying your Knight of Pentacles, is, yeah, the High Priestess. So you've been doing a lot of, you've been, yeah, okay. The messages are coming through really quickly. It's hard to get them out in time. I've got two strong messages coming through. One, you've been keeping this a secret. So you've been keeping this change a secret. This change in career, change in house, change in whatever this big change is for you, change in purpose, change in hobbies. You've been keeping it a secret to yourself. The High Priestess has closed lips. And you've also been doing some deep inner work that's led to this change. So there was something you weren't happy about in your past. There was something that was just no longer part of your life purpose. Yeah. And you've been having to really tune into yourself and tune into your own intuition. You might have been doing tarot yourself or watching tarot videos. You may have been writing a lot. You may have been drawing. You may have been scrying. You may have been going to psychics. You might do some psychic work yourself, but you've been really diving deep into your psyche anyway, even if it's not in such mysterious realms. You've been really going deep inside, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful, but you've also been keeping this whole thing a secret. And you might have even been like, I'm getting the message, something like you might have even been like trying to keep it a secret from your mom who's passed on, even though they know everything we're doing. But there's a bit of part of you that's been like, I don't want to tell anyone, and you haven't been like maybe you talked to your mom, but you haven't been talking to her about this. But she wants you to know she knows. Like she put the idea in your head, okay? So it's okay to talk to her about it. And for those of you who don't like practice like the act of talking to someone who's passed on, you can start doing that. And in fact, I think your mom wants you to. She doesn't want you to be holding these secrets anymore, right? We can talk to them. We don't have to say it out loud. If you feel weird doing that, you can like think it in your head. But our past loved ones love it when we talk to them. Okay? Now, what's coming up next for you? Look at this. You're getting King of Pentacles. So you are even this change, you're actually walking towards this. This is how the cards came up. So you are getting off the horse that was going one way, and you're walking now towards your King of Pentacles. So this means that you are, like, the King of Pentacles is abundant. The King is like the next step to, like, the next step up above the Queen. So this is like you becoming comfortable in life, super comfortable. So this change is a really good idea. that you're moving towards. It's a really good idea. And again, we have it clarified by the Hierophant, which is another symbol of this being divinely inspired. Look at this, the Queen clarified by the Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands, which is like a divinely inspired idea. And now we've got the Hierophant, which is another divinely inspired, even bigger time. So this is like a major arcana card. So this means it has more importance. So does the High Priestess. They have more importance than a lot of the other cards here. And so, yeah, this thing you're wanting to do is a good idea. All right. It's going to lead to you having an abundance of friends, family, money, gifts, being at the right place at the right time, being comfortable. Look at how comfortable. Again, he's just sitting back and attracting this abundance. It's not about having to like work extra hard. And in fact, maybe that's what you're walking away from, is something that was just like way too much work for way too little reward. Right? And here you're actually getting to just sit back and attract the abundance. The King of Pentacles is like such a major, amazing manifester. And I think you learned this from your mom. You learned this from your mom. And it's more in alignment with your purpose. Right? The fact that it's clarified by this Hierophant means that this path is your life path, right? It is your life purpose. You are meant to. It's going to help you rise up. And again, this was like a path made in heaven for you as well. Okay? Literally. Now, the thing is though, you're feeling really caught up in your head about it? Yeah. You're feeling confused. And I mean, you don't know where it's going to go. And so it's like you're having to let yourself be guided by a spirit instead of guided by your head. Right now, this is the problem. Your head is getting in the way. Two of Swords is like our thoughts getting in the way. And it's like we've got these two crows, like one crow's being like, no, you can never do this, and who are you to leave this path of the comfort you've already acquired, and you're actually going to lose some of that comfort. Who do you think you are, right? It's those kind of thoughts. But they're not from divine. They're from a closed off kind of thinking, closed off mentality. And this could even be like what other people are saying to you in your life, right? Like maybe your boss, your coworkers, maybe this is why you're trying to be so quiet about it right now and not tell too many people, because, or again, maybe it's these thoughts that are keeping you from going forward and telling people your plans, because you're so worried about how others are going to view you, how others are going to think of you. But who cares what others are going to think of you? I know that's so easy for me to say over here on this side of the screen, but really, who cares what other people think? It's your life. They're not meant to understand your decisions, right? Other people aren't meant to, you don't have to justify it. You don't have to explain it to them. You don't have to get people to agree with you. You know, and your mom knows, and Spirit knows that this is your path. Divinely inspired. Divinely inspired. And this Two of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Swords. So yeah, that means this is like the nightmare card. You might be having some restless sleeps right now. You might be having kind of nightmares about it. I really do think you're leaving something that is going to make, like, that has been setting you up for the current comfort you've been in. And you're really worried about what that's going to do. You're worried about... Well, I think this, so the Six of Pentacles represents equal give and take. I think you're worried because in the past, In the past, like you didn't, right? This is why you're walking away from this position, because you didn't get what you gave. It wasn't equal. What you gave way too much, and you didn't get back what you were giving. And that's a horrible place to be in, right? That also probably contributed to these nightmares. This could not only be like your current state, but like what it was like in your past, where you were constantly like, how can I get people to recognize my worth? How can I get people? Because it's not only like financially a gain, it's also like the emotional ones, right? And in fact, I think you maybe had some financial comfort, and it was more like the respect. You weren't respected, you weren't valued, you weren't given credit, you weren't given validation. And so this indecision now is just, if you've been surrounded by that kind of energy, it's hard to imagine that you're going to get anything different. Part of you might be like, well, I'm going to go try this other thing, but it's just going to happen the same as it's always happened before, right? And that's just not true, actually. Because, again, you're being divinely guided to go on this path. So we need to know like more of an outcome. We need to pull another card here. All right, Spirit of the Mother, please give your child some confirmation. Some confirmation here, please. What is the most likely outcome? If your child here can like stop the indecision around like doing this and actually move forward and do it, what are they gonna get? Okay. Are you kidding me? This couldn't be better. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Wands. You're gonna get to play and enjoy your life. You might actually be moving from something like that was more like an office job or something to something more creative. All right, you are now going to be drumming to the beat of your own drum. What is the phrase? Someone write it in the comments for me, please. You're going to be dancing to the beat of your own drum, whatever the term is. But yeah, and look, that horse is just like, it's celebrating. Like this horse is all like tied up. It's like the old horse you used to ride, the old job you used to do was so controlled, right? This one is free, right? And you are just here loving it. You're like wilder here. Look at this person, looks like a little, again, almost wearing a business suit. Maybe not quite a business suit, but they're wearing a bit of a suit. And here you're just like, your hair is all over the place. You're a wild child now, but in the best ways. This is like having passion for life again. This is having love for life again. And this is like allowing yourself to enjoy the pleasures of life instead of being so wrapped up in the work side of things. And when you do that, then you become the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is on fire. She is, and it's like, right, she's holding the fire in her hands. She is full of inspiration, full of ideas. Whenever like something comes up if you're going into like this new creative job, whenever you need to have the idea, it's just like, I've got the idea how to fix it. All right. Like you are just on like tapped in because you're finally following your purpose. So it's easy to have the ideas you need to solve problems, right? This isn't only about like creating new things. It's like creating solutions to new problems. It's also being super magnetic and attractive. So like everyone's going to be drawn to you. Everyone's going to want to work with you. Everyone's going to want to support this, actually. Yeah. And then you got the King of Wands. I can't get over it. You go from the Knight of Wands to the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands. So it's like this progression. It's this beautiful progression upwards, just like the stairs we've got here. It's a beautiful progression upwards. It's like you are on the right path when you just kind of flow in that manner. So yeah, you flow from knight to queen to king. It's like step by step by step. You just, everything falls into place. It's like when you're following your path, like things align. And so not only will you be having fun, right? Not only will you be magnetically attracting everything you need, and like continuing to have new inspiring ideas, but then you become the master of this craft. So you'll become the master, like the top level tier of this new thing you're about to do. And you'll have developed so much confidence and bravery that it's just like you just embody the fire, right? You embody it. You embody the lion within. It's not even something you have to try to do, right? It's just you are it. And it's gonna, the steps are to play, to let yourself play. So when we like, say for example, it's music, okay? Just because this person has a drum, but it could be any creative thing, okay? It could be cooking, it could be making art, it could be just a new creative way of living. It could still be in the digital nomad kind of thing, perhaps. Like it's like just with all these kind of travel images here, right? Whatever it is, it's like at first you let yourself play with it. So don't bring that old work ethic of like the pinnacle energy of doing things by the book and doing things because you have to. No, this is inviting you to play with the new tools you're developing. Okay? Even if you've done this stuff before, you still have to like play with it. And so, practice, but in a playful sense. Own your skills. Like on your skills, HONE, on your skills, but in a playful sense, right? And when you do that, you start getting up to that higher level than where everybody wants to come in and join you. They want to support you. They admire you. They see you as being like this person they want to be around and that they want to support. And then you just are. Then you just are the leader. And this is also you like becoming the leader in this field. The King of Wands is a leader, right? Nobody's top in the jungle over the lion, right? The lion is the king of the jungle. You become the king. And Ace of Cups. This is a brand new emotional way of being in life that's in alignment with your heart. Like this message couldn't be clearer. Your mom is just giving you the green light. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Get out there. It's going to make you feel in love with your life again. And it could even bring in, if you don't already have love in your life, it could bring you the love you seek. By you making this change into this more creative field, boom, love's coming. So that is a beautiful message from your mom. What a special mom. Let's close this reading out with a couple oracle messages. Last messages from Spirit right now. Thank you. What do we got? Ooh, interesting. Okay. So we've got support and we've got pearls before swine. That's a very interesting phrase, but I can't help but notice, look, we've got a lot of music images in these cards. So you might be like becoming a musician, maybe even a sacred sound healer, any kind of musician, but any kind of creative field. But pearls before swine, we have be careful who you give your best self to. So maybe there's a reason you've been so quiet and secretive. Maybe this has been a good thing. Still move on the path, but maybe actually be quiet about it. And be careful who you give your best self to, for the wrong people will take you for granted and are unworthy of your gifts. Save your best for those who will genuinely appreciate you. what you have to offer and return the kindness. Yeah, save your best for those who genuinely appreciate you and what you have to offer, and will return the kindness. That's interesting, because I was saying that before, wasn't I? That with this lack of being recognized. Yeah, in the past you weren't recognized. So it's really important that you stop giving yourself to people that don't recognize you, and you start putting yourself first, right? You start putting your own happiness first. You start working on your fire, and save that fire for others who appreciate you. And they're coming, right? They're coming. They're going to be all around you. We all need support every now and then. But again, be careful not to always be the one supporting everyone else and never being supported. So that, I guess, is your big learning in the next step. So this will be the work. This is the work part, not the actual fun, creative thing you're about to do. The work that you've got to do is actually work on overgiving. You've been an overgiver, and your mom wants you to stop doing that. Okay, she's here to give you permission to stop being the one who's always giving, and giving to the wrong people. And that's hard work to stop that pattern, right? Because you're gonna have thoughts of like guilt, right? Anyone who's been an overgiver and then starts pulling back, the other people in your life aren't gonna like that, all right? And they might start calling you things like selfish, or how dare you do that? How dare you stop? Maybe you're even gonna stop being the supporter, like the financial supporter of some people, in order to go for your dream. But you have every right to. This is your life. This is your life. I feel like your mom's coming through me right now, because this is your life, okay? This is your life. And it's really important that you support you first. You can't support others unless you're supporting you first. So I'm holding this here in case you want to take a screenshot. And let's get that other one. And when you have those moments of doubt where you're like, but I should be doing this for them, or I should be doing that, I want you to take this screenshot out and remind yourself, pearls before swine, okay? Is this person in your life a pearl, or are they a swine? Are they a pig? All right? And here we go. Last message. Run wild. I love it. Let your inner wild child, didn't I call you that before? Let your inner wild child run forth. Yeah, let's find this wild child again. This Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands. Let your wild child run forth. Look, again, we have another horse. This horse has a butterfly wings. Oh my goodness, look at that. So horse could be like a power animal for you right now, because it showed up 3 times in this reading. That's triple confirmation, okay? You might want to read about the power of horses. You might want to spend time with horses if you can, or at least have horse imagery around you. And it's time to follow that wild child. Let them out to play. I know these days can be challenging. Mother's Day, every day in general, when we've lost someone we love. But they are still here for you, and they are sending you signs. So listen and watch for the signs, and know that you can talk. You can talk to her. Okay? Watch every time you see a horse now, like that's like your mom giving you that image. Every time you hear like something about a wild child, that's your mom. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonated, you know what to do. Do the YouTubey things. Help other people find this reading. and help me tune into your energy more for future readings if you'd like, by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, commenting. I'd love to hear if you feel like you'd like to share. I'd love to hear how this reading resonated with you, which parts resonated with you. I try to respond to every comment, and I definitely read them all. So I would love to hear from you. And I wish you deep love and self-healing on your healing journey. Thank you, Spirit of the Mother, for being here with us through this reading. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me connect and translate the messages. Blessings be and big love. Peace.